While we're on break for the holidays, we want to bring you a sampling of our CyberWire Pro offering that we've made available to all of our listeners. Subscribe to CyberWire Pro and get this exclusive content ad-free along with essays, transcripts, and other bonus content. Visit thecyberwire.com/pro and subscribe today. Here's your CyberWire Pro Research Briefing for Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. Avast has discovered a new targeted attack against a small, lesser-known U.S. federal government commission associated with international rights. Avast doesn't name the affected entity, but the record reports that it was the United States Commission on International Religious Freedom. Avast isn't sure what the attackers were after, but they note that the threat actor had significant access within the network. Quote, "While we have no information on the impact of this attack or the actions taken by the attackers, based on our analysis of the files in question, we believe it's reasonable to conclude that the attackers were able to intercept and possibly exfiltrate all local network traffic in this organization. This could include information exchanged with other U.S. government agencies and other international governmental and non-governmental organizations focused on international rights. We also have indications that the attackers could run code of their choosing in the operating system's context on infected systems, giving them complete control. Taken all together, this attack could have given total visibility of the network and complete control of a system, and thus could be used as the first step in a multi-stage attack to penetrate this or other networks more deeply." End quote. Avast is releasing its research after notifying the affected entity and receiving no response. Quote, "After initial communication directly to the affected organization, they would not respond, return communications, or provide any information. The attempts to resolve this issue included repeated direct follow-up outreach attempts to the organization. We also used other standard channels for reporting security issues directly to affected organizations and standard channels the United States government has in place to receive reports like this. In these conversations and outreach, we have received no follow-up or information on whether the issues we reported have been resolved, and no further information was shared with us." End quote. Researchers at Google's Project Zero have analyzed an iOS exploit developed by spyware vendor NSO Group, concluding that, quote, "Based on our research and findings, we assess this to be one of the most technically sophisticated exploits we've ever seen, further demonstrating that the capabilities NSO provides rival those previously thought to be accessible only to a handful of nation-states. The exploit, dubbed Forced Entry, takes advantage of an integer overflow vulnerability that was patched by Apple in September 2021. The exploit allows an attacker to infect a victim's phone by simply sending a text message. The researchers credit the University of Toronto's Citizen Lab for discovering the exploit after it was used to target a Saudi activist earlier this year. Researchers at ADV Intel warn that Conti ransomware actors are exploiting Log4Shell, a critical vulnerability in Apache's Log4j logging library. Quote, "On December 12th, through deep visibility into adversarial collections, ADV Intel discovered that multiple Conti group members expressed interest in the exploitation of the vulnerability for the initial attack vector, resulting in the scanning activity leveraging the publicly available Log4j2 exploit. This is the first time this vulnerability entered the radar of a major ransomware group. The current exploitation led to multiple use cases through which the Conti group tested the possibilities of utilizing the Log4j exploit. Most importantly, ADV Intel confirmed that the criminals pursued targeting specific vulnerable Log4j2 VMware vCenter for lateral movement directly from the compromised network, resulting in vCenter accessing affected U.S. and European victim networks from the pre-existing Cobalt Strike sessions." End quote. Proofpoint says the tiny nuke banking Trojan is targeting users in France via phishing emails that impersonate logistics and transportation companies. Quote, Proofpoint observed dozens of tiny nuke campaigns targeting French entities in 2018, After only observing a handful of tiny nuke campaigns in 2019 and 2020, Proofpoint observed tiny nuke reappearing in January 2021, in one campaign distributing around 2,000 emails. Subsequent campaigns appeared in low volumes in May, June, and September. In November, Proofpoint identified multiple tiny nuke campaigns, distributing around 2,500 messages and impacting hundreds of customers. In the most recent campaigns, the threat actor uses invoice-themed lures purporting to be logistics, transportation, or business services entities." End quote. And that's your CyberWire Pro Research Briefing. And now, a word from our sponsor, ExtraHop, stopping advanced threats with network detection and response. Stopping advanced threats requires knowing exactly what you're up against. With 90 days look-back, ExtraHop Reveal X is the only solution that shows you not just where the intruders are going within your network, but where they've been. ExtraHop Reveal X provides complete visibility across cloud, data center, and IoT, even when traffic is encrypted. Powered by cloud-based AI, Reveal X finds threats in real time, while powerful investigation and forensics capabilities allow you to respond 84% faster. See how it works in the full production demo, free online at extrahop.com/cyber. That's extrahop.com/cyber. And we thank ExtraHop for sponsoring Research Saturday. Thanks also to our sponsor, Verizon, who for nearly 2 decades has helped secure data, networks, and infrastructure of many of the world's best-known organizations. Their annual Data Breach Investigations Report is considered the gold standard of cybercrime research, and Verizon's leadership in network, wireless, and IoT connectivity makes it uniquely capable of protecting the ever-expanding attack surface. Let Verizon help you optimize your defenses and achieve the maximum return on your security investments. Learn more at verizonenterprise.com/products/security.